idiots.
Canceled.
They've tried for years. They can't cancel us because they're idiots.
That's right. I feel like that's what protects us. We're stupid.
Jonathan, what is in your lap?
Well, sir.
I had so many jokes. There we go.
I know.
Continue.
1963 Gibson Advanced Jumbo with a floppy end pin from where we removed some electronics.
Okay, I'm holding on the right corner or stage left, whichever way you're viewing this. I have a 1965 Gibson Hummingbird. This guitar is mine.
This is not mine.
You want it to be yours.
I mean, I would be. I feel like Derek would be sad.
Derek really wants that guitar.
I feel like Derek should buy this guitar.
Derek can afford that guitar.
He totally can.
He just bought like a new Kia.
It's fine.
It's he's in trouble. It's an old Kia, but no.
If you can't have a Gibson to put in your Kia, what are you doing with your life?
I don't know. Anyway, so we play some of the greatest guitars in the world. We get to, and we played them all. We have some of the best acoustics. We play the Taylors, we play the Martins, we play the Gibsons, we play the Loudons. I mean, everything under the sun. It seems like. And I have a Collings as well.
You do.
There's nothing quite like a vintage Gibson acoustic.
It's just different, man.
It's hard to explain. We were talking about it earlier. There's a young cat we were talking. He's like, I just don't get it, man.
Yeah.
Taylors are better or something. Well, Taylors are amazing. We love Taylor guitars. There is something strangely magical about these instruments.
And it's a weird, like, it's hard to quantify because on paper, or even just the sound of like a G chord, like it should not be as magical. Like it's not like it's full of overtones. It's not like a Loudon where it's like, oh, I'm playing this crazy piano in my lap. It's not like that. But it just does a thing that's amazing. Like that was so much fun when we were sitting here playing.
It's insanely fun to play these, and it does it. It's almost like it's bringing back something from the past that you feel like you're almost going in a time machine.
Right.
When you play, like that's what I felt like I was playing on like an old honky tonk or something. Not honky, but it's like an old like place in the West Village back in the days, and we're just jamming with a cat. There's a microphone up there. There's nothing else, and it's just fun. You're playing it. There's history coming out through the guitar, but it just sounds so good.
History with that slight urine smell.
Like cat urine. This one smelled so bad when I got it. It literally smelled like the worst thing I've ever smelled. I had to put like baking soda like in a little cup and everything, and like let it just get some sun. The case smelled even worse. It smelled like death.
I polished this thing with the Taylor polish yesterday.
Okay.
Taylor guitar polish is one of the best smells ever. Like if it was a body wash, I would probably use it.
I'm gonna start using it.
And I would smell. We should just
like
start
Axe
using
body wash, Taylor.
Yes. Replace my Axe regimen with.
I'd almost
smells better.
We were talking about this earlier with some of the cats that don't quite get it. It's an acquired taste, but it's like bourbon. Yeah. Or I mean, I don't smoke cigars, but I apparently like cigars. But it's a wonderful sounding and playing instrument. It's frustratingly good at what it does, and that's what makes, because like you play a Taylor and it does, it just like rings out. You play a Martin and it has that Martin, like just classic Martin sound, but there's something weirdly dead about a Gibson.
Dead in a good way.
Yes,
like
dead. It's I don't know what it is. Like you strum the chord and it's just like
bam.
It's just there. It's very one dimensional. This is what I have. I'm laying it all on the table. Hope you enjoy it. Is it the best for lead work? I don't think so. I don't think. I felt like it sort of lacks some there.
Probably.
But it does come through the mix so well. Like the performer, it lacks a little bit. I'm playing a Taylor, I feel more like I like the lead work when I'm playing it more. It's more fun. But you can't beat this one. I will say as well, like obviously Taylors are known for how well they play, like how they feel. Something about old Gibson acoustics, this one plays great. This one plays great too. You can't lift yours up and down like that.
Sorry.
You have your keys in there, like the Django wallet or whatever that was. No, these both play great.
They play amazing.
There's none of that sort of like Martin set up for bluegrass issues. You get some old Martins and like, oh my lord, like a 70s D28.
Like shoot an arrow from it.
Wow. Yeah. No, these things are like, they're set up nice. So like it's a beautiful piece. They're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous. Like that's part of the thing, right? I'm going to hold this so it doesn't make the noise. I'm going to pull it out. It just looks so pretty.
I mean, who would have thought like on this one in particular, like, oops, you're playing like bluebirds and stuff. I mean, like hummingbirds and things etched into that.
And yet, You look so tough and cool.
I do look tough. It's like I'm going to the beach
Honky-tonkish.
that way. I can't even flex because nothing happens if I do. It's like there's no discernible difference.
I like it.
No, I feel like Chris Christopherson is going to be playing this thing, and and I was listening to Kenny Rogers this weekend. I'm sorry, because it came on the radio and I had my 3 sons in the car and the Gambler came on. I'm like, man, kids, stop. We gotta listen to the lyrics.
There you go.
And they're like, what does this mean, Daddy? I'm like, it's the meaning of life.
Pretty much.
No one to hold them. No one just don't play poker. You're gonna
No
lose.
one to walk away.
Oh, it's such a good song.
No one to shoot your opponent under the table. Is that in there?
That's Han Solo.
He doesn't say that. Oh yeah. Okay.
I hated the remaster when they tried to make like Guido shoot first. It's so silly. I mean, that's part of what Han Solo's cool is because he fires.
Because he knows.
He's a smuggler. He's just going to take him out. There's no chance for that.
No.
I have no qualms with Han Solo being Han Solo.
Shoot first.
I did read
Questions later.
I read this great interview about him just the other day when they were asking him like, hey, is Han Solo going to come back in like the new Star Wars is like a Force ghost or ghost whatever? And he's like, I don't know what the hell that is. No, the fact that he didn't know it all made me really happy.
Han can't be a Force ghost.
One time about Harrison Ford was like, I don't.
No, I'm just saying. What a
I-
ridiculous question. Whoever asked that question, your career should be over.
I mean, I kind of wanted to be like a ghost
He can't be a Force ghost.
because he's not a Jedi.
Because he's not a freaking Jedi. He's not like Force sensitive.
I mean,
He didn't have midi-chlorians or however you say.
I feel like if you lay with Princess Leia, though, you might inherit some of those. I feel like, now that my wife has been with me, unfortunately for her, I feel like she has some of my DNA. I know this isn't true, but this is why you should not get your science from us or anything on YouTube. Probably.
Probably not.
Don't listen to any science facts. Like we just
I
talked
mean,
about
you
guitars.
can. You could.
Don't.
Like, what if we started talking about how, like, the resin was crystallized in the wood
And the DNA.
and the DNA of the wood?
Of the
Because now it
midichlorians.
knows it's a guitar.
Well, let's
not
get
a
back
tree.
on task now again. Like so, these necks too. They're really easy necks to play.
They are.
It's not a very big neck. It's a nice little just basic neck. Everything about this thing, we tuned them up. They stayed in tune. And these are not new strings. So I'm like, oh, that's maybe new strings.
I put new strings in this
These are not new. These are elixirs.
These are a nice new pair of elixirs. Set.
original
Maybe not a
bridge
pair,
there.
it's set.
You got the original. Yep.
The good old plastic.
Crappy plastic bridge on that one. Whew. I got the adjustable one.
And I know people do stuff
change
to this. I wouldn't change it. It plays great. It sounds great.
Everything
feels
about this
great.
guitar plays great. If you have a Gibson acoustic, like share your stories with us. Like your woes, your thrilling, your loves with it. Like this is the one that when people come over, they always want to borrow this one and play it.
Yeah.
I let them. It's a great recording guitar. It's one of my favorites in my collection.
I feel like that's what people say about Gibson. They just record so great. Even the bad ones, they're like dead in a bad way.
I know.
It just records so great.
I don't understand why it's like that's when I strum a chord. I'm like that's the Beatles.
But it really does.
It frustrates me. It sounds like history.
I just want to hear this and then Darius Rucker's smooth baritone.
Yeah,
Just like
he's a
that.
great guy. I love him.
I mean, what's better than that? Nothing.
He's on TikTok now too, ladies and gentlemen. So check out Darius Rucker on TikTok.
My favorite thing is when he used to do the Burger King commercial and he had on that cowboy hat and the big Gibson Jumbo. Do you remember that? Look it up. It was the thing.
My favorite thing, totally sides everything we gotta go, was I didn't realize when I watched Suicide Squad 2 that Sylvester Stallone was the Shark's voice.
Oh.
Isn't that funny? That just makes that so much better. Because I was not blown away by the movie at all, but I think that's him. Just hungry. That's funny now. It's like
That is funny.
that just made everything better to me. It's like
All
James Gunn, good directorial choice on that alone. The rest of it, questionable. But moving on. So that's we love Gibson Acoustic.
Moral of the story,
You need to get it
you
in.
need an old Gibson.
And if your new one is doing the same thing for you, hats off to you. 'Cause that's pretty impressive too. Like if you,
Yes.
some of the new ones, some of those custom shop ones are insane.
The aged ones are,
They're
yes.
gonna cost you pretty penny.
But
In
God,
some
I
cases,
think it's worth it in some
what's
ways.
in that vintage price? Some of them.
I know. So then you got to pick.
You'd be really upset. Like if I'm not gonna say how much I paid for this guitar. It was not very much back in the day. It's worth quite a bit of money now.
There you go.
It's not a lot. It's just funny.
And Derek's probably going to buy this one, so. Yeah.
I hope so. Then it's all in the family. We
That's
have
right.
Gibson jams forever.
It works out great for me because I don't have to buy any of them, and yet they're here.
Your wife is mad at you anyway.
She's not mad at me.
She's mad. You did something wrong. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Take us home, Johnny.
Prophetic. She probably is. All right, hit the like button if you have not already. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell so you don't miss videos in the future. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. Bye, Gibson.
I've never done that with my left hand before. That was hard.
Weird. Yeah,
Felt wrong.
I will have the last G.